Getting an abortion in Idaho is nearly impossible these days for most women, and it's only getting more difficult with some lawmakers trying to push through more restrictive abortion laws.
These laws impact real people. So tonight we're telling those stories. Our Abby Davis sat down with a couple who had to travel to another state to get an abortion. Abby?
Well, Brian and Morgan, when it comes down to it, James and Kayla Smith felt like they really only had one option here in Idaho. After Kayla's 20-week anatomy scan, the couple got some devastating news. We want to warn you, this story and some of the photos Kayla shared with us might be tough for some of you at home to watch.
Just little things like he was 10 inches long.
A white memory box, something Kayla and James Smith hold dear.
Our physicians and nurses wrote us a card too that was super sweet.
The box is filled with memories of their son Brooks, who they didn't get much time with, but who lives in their hearts forever.
It was Mother's Day last year, and I found out we were pregnant again, which we were trying to get pregnant at that time. And we were really excited.
But that excitement turned into fear after Kayla's 20-week anatomy scan.
We found out that there were several fetal anomalies, one being his pretty severe heart defect.
Based on what they were saying, it wasn't going to be operable.
We only had one choice here, which was to go full term and have him, and then him potentially, obviously he wouldn't survive, like he may survive birth. They weren't able to tell us whether he would or not. And if he did, they could give him some palliative care. But we just didn't think that that was right and didn't want him to feel pain.
Kayla says she was also at high risk for preeclampsia, a pregnancy complication that can cause high blood pressure and other dangerous conditions.
I felt like I was putting myself at risk too.
So the couple decided to end the pregnancy and induce Brooks early. But under Idaho's abortion laws, Kayla couldn't get that care in state.
My care team here couldn't do anything for me.
At 21 weeks, they went to Washington State for the procedure.
We decided it would probably be better to have a termination for medical reasons. We also really wanted to meet him, so I was induced and gave birth to him.
The Smiths aren't alone. Maternal fetal medicine specialist Dr. Stacy Seib says doctors around Idaho are referring people out of state.
If that's what their choice is.
He says it's only getting harder for women to make that choice.
Not everybody has the money to pick up and go to another state, spend a few days, maybe even pay cash or money. Some places want it up front, you know.
Seib doesn't agree with Idaho's strict abortion laws. As of last year in Idaho, abortions are only legal in cases of rape, incest, or if the mother may die.
We talk about parental rights in this state, and it seems to me we're taking away those parental rights with the way we're moving around our current political climate.
Idaho Family Policy Center President Blaine Kinsati doesn't see it that way. He helped write Idaho's heartbeat law.
We want our laws to respect the right to life that every preborn child has.
Kinsati says that's true even if that child has severe fetal abnormalities.
We would encourage families to give birth to their children, allow them to live, cherish that time that they have, even if it's a short amount of time, and then begin the grieving process.
But the Smiths believe by inducing Brooks early in Washington, they got that time.
He looked perfect.
And the chance to make the best decision for their family, one they couldn't make in Idaho. The Smiths and Dr. Seib say deciding to have an abortion isn't black and white, and that's something that they really hope lawmakers realize. And Brian and Morgan, by sharing her story, Kayla really hopes that people keep an open mind as Idaho continues passing some of these more restrictive abortion laws.
Yeah. All right, Abby Davis, thank you.